Hello, everybody!
Hey guys.
Very exciting day over here on our channel.
Yeah, it really is. This is our first show that we've reached season 2 on.
Milestones here, guys.
Milestones, right. And we've got a lot of comments from people that
Yep.
say that season 2, when season 2 starts on Schitt's Creek,
Mhm.
they really, really love the direction of the show.
Yeah, so in many ways, the show's kind of starting for us, or at least for our
For what
audience.
people, for our audience, yeah.
We love the first season. It's
I
hard
love
to
the first
imagine it
season.
getting better.
I was thinking about, we talked about how great the finale was last week, and while I was going back and editing it, it was like, this is a textbook perfect finale.
Yeah, it didn't. I mean, it wrapped things up nicely while leaving, you know, loose ends for the next season.
Yeah, well, and it really sets up all the characters. Like the whole first season with the characters, what the show basically is four people feeling sorry for themselves about the position they're in.
Yeah.
That's the whole first season, right? And they get to the end of the first season and they think there's an opportunity to get out of it finally, and they're all forced to deal with their relationships head on.
Yeah, it's like
all of them.
It's a lot of them have grown and learned a lot of lessons,
Sure.
but at the same time, it didn't feel quite earned yet.
Right.
They don't get to leave yet because they haven't fully learned their lessons. You know,
Yeah, they haven't, but now
they've come a long way though.
Right, but now they have to start. You know what I mean? Like you have Alexis, right?
Yeah.
Who has kind of really clumsily wandered herself into a love triangle, and now she has to face it and deal with it.
That's a great way of putting that. She has very clumsily.
She did very carelessly, right?
Yeah.
David has to face the fact that his only friend, not only in town but in the world, is Stevie.
Loves him too.
Right? Yeah,
She's
exactly. And he's kind of messed that up, so he's kind of at his running away point. Moira has one friend in the town, right? Is Jocelyn. And even that was awkward. It was like, you like things differently than I like things.
And even Johnny, it's like he's kind of learning that you can't really charm your way into every
Sure.
situation.
Yeah, and he's learned that he has no relationships in the town.
None.
Right?
Well, Roland
a little bit, but
Roland's a little oblivious to it. And Roland's just kind of like that person with everybody.
Right, but there was no coming to a head moment in their relationship at all with him leaving. Johnny was only looking at leaving the whole time, so he's kind of not really endeared himself to anybody.
Yeah, exactly. He hasn't really fully embraced the situation.
Right. I don't think he considers Roland a friend. I think he considers Roland kind of a tool, a necessary evil that he has to deal with, and all the other stuff he's doing, which is exactly what it was in the last episode.
And also, the interesting thing is we're now invested in the characters that actually live in Schitt's Creek. You mentioned Stevie. I'm curious to see what happens with Ted.
And Mutt, right?
And Mutt too. Yeah, like these other people's lives are affected by them, and
they gotta own that.
It's an interesting dynamic for a sitcom. It's filled with interesting and complex story beats.
Yeah,
so.
but again, I really think the way they left off the season with everybody kind of faced with this stuff really sets up an interesting set of dynamics for going forward in the second season, and we're very excited about that.
So before we get going on that, guys, we are watching this on YouTube and Patreon. If you're on Patreon, make sure you have your own copy of the show. We cannot show any of the video because copyrights.
Right. We're watching on Hulu, so if you have Hulu, it's the best way to go.
Ad breaks, but it's going to be cut out of the video for you.
Absolutely.
We're watching on YouTube. Please leave us a comment. We really love interacting with everybody.
Yeah.
Hit that like button, subscribe, tell your friends. It's the holiday season. Pass us around if you guys are bored, want to watch something with us. Please do.
Yeah, we'll keep working through the holidays because we love you all that much. But definitely subscribe. We're really trying to grow and expand what we're doing. Yes. And the one holdback we're having is subscriber count. Yeah. Everything else is perfect. The engagement's great. We have some people who really love these shows that we're interacting with. You love it. Just please, subscribing is the one thing that we really, really need at this point.
It's not just Schitt's Creek over here. We got all kinds of shows we're watching right now. We got West Wing is really good for us. Ted Lasso, Superstore, Happy Endings.
Crazy Ex-Girlfriend, which I am loving.
Is so funny. So check out our content, guys.
Absolutely. We do have 2 new Patreon subscribers we'd like to welcome. So Christopher and Chloe Grover, thank you. We really do appreciate it. And welcome. Thank you. If you're interested in the photo collections, as Joe mentioned, you can link to our Patreon in the description below. Nicely played.
My bag! It's gone!
What bag?
Brown bag!
What brown bag? You had a room full of brown bags back
Did David take it?
Brown bag?
She's awesome.
Breathe.
I bet he's pawned it by now to pay for manicures.
What possible sense would it make for David? No.
Ben, come here then, please, for a sec.
Oh my God.
Yeah, come in.
They're all probably losing it right now because of the sale falling through.
I'm just giving myself some more space. There's a lot going on in my life right now.
It's true, actually.
It's a one issue, which is very complicated and sexy. So I'm just.
Oh my God.
Take it you haven't heard from David.
Well, I can't find him, so what would you say he is?
Horace just slumped over.
Did he steal
you know what?
Roland's truck?
I don't think your mother would
He might
appreciate
have.
you
Honestly.
speaking to me in that way.
If there's one thing David knows, it's the street value of a woman's bag.
Okay, you know what? Can you stop talking about that bag for 5 minutes?
It's been passed down to all the women in my family as emergency currency in case we need to leave our husbands in the middle of the night.
Oh.
Don't have to worry, darling. I'll never need it. But you know Alexis will.
Yeah.
That's actually cool of him.
Is he actually gonna wait? I don't feel like they are. They're
So
still
really
super
good
close.
today.
Statistic.
Oh my god.
I'm good. How about you?
Oh my god!
Perfect. Great. Where? They found the truck.
And David.
Well, that didn't come up.
Oh my god.
Call him back.
Call him back!
Well, I don't have the number. I've got the address.
Oh my
I've
god.
been calling.
I know. Like, I haven't
That's
been
awful,
sleeping and I
Alexis.
haven't been eating.
You just ordered the parfait.
And I just keep picturing him.
I guess my texts haven't been getting through, or maybe I'm sending them wrong. You had said that you wanted to get married if you weren't leaving town, and you didn't leave town, so...
Someone did leave. And so the dust just hasn't really settled on the whole us leaving thing yet.
That's
Right.
There's nothing wrong in saying, hey,
Obviously,
it
I want
freaked
to
me
be
out.
with
Right.
you.
We think we found your brother! Come on!
I know!
She's such a child.
I have no idea how this stuff with her is going to shake out, honestly, at this point.
No.
I'm sorry for not responding to like one text, David.
I'm not ready to come home.
There's a bug on your dress.
You fuck! Thank you for nurturing our David during such a difficult time.
No, we should be thanking you.
Hey, yeah.
David's
God.
stay here has taught us some valuable lessons in patience,
Patience?
Restraint.
He was inviting himself to lunch.
He was inviting himself for lunch.
We have David back, we have your bag back, and here we are,
And Roland's
all
truck.
together.
Did you come for me, or did you come for that bag?
This was
We
my
came for
grandmother's
you.
bag. Why?
Carrying a bunch of bags.
Told me that Diane Sawyer gave you that bag and that it was fake.
I didn't want you taking it.
Did they bring his truck back?
That's what I'm wondering. Oh,
Like,
it's got towed.
are
or
they
something.
all four of them in the...
Yeah, they're all.
Like, how'd they get the truck back? And that, well, it wasn't at the farm.
Yeah, I
though.
guess, yeah,
They might have gotten it.
Roland went, got it.
Right.
I was hoping you wouldn't come back.
Wow.
Wow.
Usually when you tell someone that you have feelings for them and the next thing they do is drive out of town with no plan to return, you hope you never have to see them again.
That's true.
Very fair. I think Stevie's in the right
I'm
here.
on Stevie's side here.
After we spoke, I thought, well, there goes my one friend. Try saying that one out loud. It is very dark.
We will just have to work through this, won't we?
There, she's being really mature about this.
Yes.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, can this not wait till after breakfast, please?
I'm sorry for taking your truck without permission.
That was so insincere.
I know.
I'm not liking them right now.
No.
Won't happen again.
Put the spoon down. Oh, man. Can't blame him on
I
that
don't
one,
either.
honestly. Like, yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
he's got a point for asking for gas money.
That was great. That was really immature, but really funny. And
I mean, come on. Like, he could have called the cops.
he could have
He
done
had
a
to get
lot.
his truck towed. He was very inconvenienced by that.
Yeah,
But,
that was pretty damn funny. That ending was great.
I mean, we talked about how much growth they had at the beginning of the episode. I mean, it kind of went out the window a little bit.
I feel like that. I mean, asking them to start growing immediately is a lot. I think they're staring into the abyss right now.
Okay, as a season premiere,
It's gonna happen.
As a
Right.
season premiere, it's still like, oh, they're still the same characters. It's still the same gang. They still have the same issues. They're just in a different spot.
Sure. I think they're starting to face him though. He went in and owned the music with Stevie, which I really appreciated.
That was the best scene.
It was.
That was
and,
the best scene of the show. Of the episode.
and I really felt like Alexis. You know, she's blowing Ted off, which I don't like. But I mean, it's a big conversation they have to have. So I kind of get not wanting to do it, especially with her level of emotional immaturity.
Yeah.
But I felt like she handled her conversation with Mutt pretty well.
She did. They didn't bang each other, which is good.
Right. He's like, she told him, she was very straight with him and like,
Yeah.
I need to work something out. So she clearly wanted to.
Yeah.
But she definitely said she needed to make the right choice, at least work it out with.
Mutt was really good in that scene too.
He was, yeah. I really appreciated how Alexis and Mutt were with each other there. Her reluctance to talk to Ted. I mean, let's face it. It would have been pretty, like, you know. after school special. If she walked up to Ted like, "Look, Ted, I slept with Mutt, and I have emotional growth that I need to make," and you can't expect someone to change overnight completely.
I'm kind of in the camp where I think they should move on. I know that she slept with Mutt because she thought she was leaving,
Right.
But I think that ship has sailed, especially since that they're not leaving yet. They're stuck in the same town. Right. Ted and Mutt know each other. It's gonna come out eventually. You know, just move on.
Well, I mean, looking at
I'm not saying move on with Mutt. I'm just saying.
Looking at it as an outsider, which is always easy to judge other people's behavior as an outsider, and not fix their own mistakes. Yeah. So I'm not proselytizing because I'm taking the moral high ground, but I think the right decision for everybody, including her, would be just be with neither one of them. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, and it's like, what does she really get out of Ted? Just stuff. He's got money. He's like one of the wealthiest people in this town. Yeah, she likes his car. She likes his apartment. She likes all the commodities that come with Ted. Sure. Ted.
Well, yeah, she's always probably been a status dater.
Yeah.
And for Schitt's Creek,
Big
Ted
doctor.
Ted is probably one of the more status people, while she's actually more attracted to Mutt. Yeah. So I mean, I can see kind of her conflict there with the dynamic between those two. Right, but she's got, like I said, seems like that's what she's always done in her life, and she needs to grow past that.
Sure.
I think by stepping away from both, or at least recognizing that that's what she's doing, will help her start to grow past that.
I know. Yeah, because it's like, who's she really going to date? The guy who lives in a shack or the guy who's a doctor?
And can I just say the scenes with the Amish family were freaking gold.
The restraint they had.
Oh my God! Yeah,
we will never forget this for many days and many nights. Awesome. Well, hey, this was a great episode.
Oh, it was so good. It was so funny.
Briefly, the production value. I don't know if you noticed. The production value kind of went up a little bit.
Did it? I didn't really.
Yeah, a lot of the shots and camera angles they're using, I was like, all right, okay, I see.
So they probably got more money for the second
budget
season
this time around. Yeah.
Interesting. Well, kind of interesting. Well, because remember when in the premiere, the fat suit that Roland was wearing was clearly a fat suit, and I was like, that doesn't look real. Is it supposed to? Is it is that the joke that it's supposed to? And someone commented is like they had no money for the pilot, right? So they just shoved the pillow up in there, and now everything looks so much better. They just obviously when people realize the show is going to be what it's going to be, it's like we can invest some money because we're going to have an audience.
They all got makeovers. They look good now.
Oh,
they look good to begin with. I'm just saying, like they got some more money thrown at them. So
yeah, well, the money, from what I understand, mostly went to Moira's costumes for the entire run of the show. Moira's outfits were where the money went for this show, and I can totally get that.
It makes me happy that those are actually real outfits.
Oh,
because you see some of them, you're like, is that who wears that?
The black thing David was wearing with the fur hoodie was pretty
He's
great.
In the field like a scarecrow or something.
Right.
Yeah.
Notice that the girl was working, and he was just sitting there holding a pitchfork and just sat there.
Like impending doom.
You come here. I'm not sure I'm ready to leave yet. Yeah, it's time. All right. Thanks a lot, guys. We'll catch you on the next one.
We'll see you later.